Hey Mike, how's it going?
Why do we have skirt on the tables today?
Mardi Gras, I guess.
Money Gras.
I
Okay.
thought we were doing disco revival, but hey, Sunny.
All right. Hey, Sonny.
Results vary per fact, and guaranteed for 1,000 reports set. President's Day savings are on at George Chevrolet. And with tax refund season in full swing, this is one of the best times of year to get into a new early and save big. Right now, releasing in 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 for just $289 a month, or take it to $14,000 off MSRP on select 25 Silverado 1500 models. Save $8,500 off select Silverado 2500 HD trucks. Built for real work, real performance, and real value. Utilize your refund with President's Day deals going on at George Chevrolet. Whether you're shopping for a car, truck, or SUV, George Chevrolet wants to run your business and save you money.
It's going in, going out, going in, going in. And the first one, then
Tax title license and fees. Offer in 2026. For full details, call 866-949-4805.
Are you drawing a tax debt and instructing letters? Yeah. The IRS doesn't wait, and neither should you. Tax defense. You can eliminate your tax debt. Legally, we're a team of experienced tax professionals with deep knowledge of tax laws and regulations. We know how to fight the IRS and win. No receipts, no records, no problem. ADT has you covered, and we will walk you through every step of the process. See why American Tax Defense has a 5-star rating with Google.
Yeah.
You may qualify to settle your tax.
No, I'm okay.
But only if you act fast.
we have a good chance.
And the IRS will charge you.
Yeah, I was like, let's see here.
I knew you. I was like, they're not the chips.
I'm like, no,
We didn't have real chips.
no, because I cheated. So like, I'm super not cheating.
No, but those are all protein.
Yeah, no, these are good.
Yeah.
Now I ate like peanut M&Ms.
We have the IRS. You don't have
Over the weekend?
The perfect time to refresh your home and
I don't know.
Was it either with a bucket?
I was out of the bucket.
Oh.
These are good.
Was it a little hat or a big hat? Oh.
I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna have one. Then I have them again.
I can't, I have chocolate and I see it until it's all gone. I'm an addiction personality.
Yeah, no, I knew what I was doing. All right, well.
I have to even be like, take that away from me.
credit card debt at all time.
Oh, but those are good.
Urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now. Control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enforce this program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. Debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about. Lots of money. Consumers owing at least 10,000 in credit card debt or personal loan. Debt relief as a cost of living skyrocketing. Debt relief advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for. Don't wait. For this free information, call the relief hotline at 800-525-9.
Let's try. Looks good. All right. So, the way the fall bus works is you want to filter your people. So you need to identify who are we communicating with before anything. So whether it's a smart list we've already created, or we need to look at creating a list or whatever that may be, you want to identify your people first, whether you're going to call them, put them in a group, tag them. You always start with the filters. So if we come over here to people, this is our database. This is our holy grail of all of our people in here. And by default, there should be no filters added here. If you see anything here, that means it's being filtered. And it's not a bad thing. But when you're starting to filter and organize your people, you have to start from the filter. So if we are creating a group to send an email to, what do you think would the first filter be? It would be email. We have due diligence. Correct. And not only that, the email is good.
Oh,
So what this will do is it'll do a little test and it's email to email services. Hey man, does Ginger Douglas at firstteam.com exist? Well, yeah. And it'll say, okay, her email's good. If for whatever reason it says, oh, well, she's not there, it'll tell you. Why is this important? Because when you get really, really busy and you're looking at your email and you have all these error messages, you're going to freak out because you just sent out a message to your whole database and you're wondering why they're not getting it. Well, it's because you forgot to do this little filter of email is good. So always start off with that one. So I went to add a filter. I chose email. And the first choice here was email is good.
Wait. Oh,
So you go add a filter.
no, but where'd you do added after you did the email's good?
So I clicked add a filter. I
Email's good.
clicked email.
Email's good.
Email is good.
thank you.
And then what you do?
And that's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That's it for that one.
Okay. But you did something else.
No, it's okay. So if we were going to start off with, let's just say, I have that filter in. What would be my next filter I could do? So maybe I want to do a stage that someone's in. Maybe I want to do a tag. So tags are probably the most universal things that we've done, even if we're not completely done setting up our database. So if I have tags and include any and I hit plus, now I can search through all of the tags that I've set up over time.
And you hit any? Oh, the
I
plus right
hit
there.
the plus, and that will allow me to assign a particular tag.
Okay.
So if I wanted to do, like for instance, I know this Barcelona Vista import. I know that's a particular farm that I was working in Irvine.
Okay.
I could choose that if I wanted to.
You have to get these filters on your people first.
Yeah, so these are just going through tags that I've already created. Now, if you want to create the tags, you can do that too from here. So if I wanted to somehow, I can click tags that are not empty. I can include or exclude. So if I wanted to exclude a group, I would just click on exclude and then hit the plus. So it gives the ability to either include, exclude, are empty or not empty. So if you're adding tags to people and you're trying to find out, okay, I've tagged all these people, who haven't I tagged? That's where the tags here are empty. That can help you determine, okay, out of this group that I've organized, who haven't I organized? So that'll be done here under tags are empty, are not empty, include any. So it gives you every possible variant for you to figure out who is who. Is that pretty clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And to get rid of one or the other, you just hover the little hand over it and you'll see an X pop up, and that just means close. I'm going to close both of these because the next thing I wanted to talk about is phone calls. So because this is your CRM and you have people in here, you can use the system to create call groups. So if I want to decide, hey, I'm going to block out the next hour and I'm going to call 5 people in my SOI, how would you do that? So first step is start with your people, and then you're going to add a filter, and I'm going to click phone.
Wait,
So up here at filter, did I lose you?
you should start with your people.
All right, so when I say start with people, I come up here to the top left and click people, just to show that I'm looking at my whole database as a whole.
Okay. All people.
And if it's all people with no filters, there should be nothing in the filter box over here yet. So if I come up here to add a filter and I choose phone, by default, it's going to say phone is good. So out of 2,700 people, shows apparently I only have 499 people with a good phone number.
Wow. So everyone, that means everyone else is bad.
Well, or they do not have one, and
Okay.
and for me that makes sense because a lot of these were purchased lists where I purchased the email addresses and not the phone number because I'm not a big cold caller.
How do they check the system for the phone number to be good?
I think it's kind of like the email that does a like a pre-test, so it will run the number against the virtual PBX and see.
But these
Hey,
people are
Eric.
not going to get a text or
Yeah,
a phone call to or an email to see if it's correct, right?
correct.
Eric, I missed the step, add a task. I mean, filter.
Filter. Okay, so what we did was start off with no filter. And instead of checking for an email address, I went ahead and clicked here and I clicked on phone because I wanted to look through this database and tell me, well, out of the 2,700 people, how many have a good phone number? And according to this, it's 499. So as an ongoing thing you're going to have with any type of CRM is your organization. So I know at some point I'm going to need to come back and deal with these 499 phone numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and create a tag of this group, and I'm going to call it good phone numbers because I'm not going to do anything right now, but at least now I know. I'm assuming that these 499 people have good phone numbers.
So instead of adding the filter, phone number's good, you just add the filter tag.
Well, yeah, because now I've filtered this down to some sort of usable group. So now that I have my filter in place, I'm going to come up here to select.
Got it.
And I'm going to select, first 20, but then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to select all 499. And I can do a couple things here. One, I can add a tag, and I can add a tag of good phone numbers.
Got it.
So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to add tags. I'm going to say good phone.
Is there any naming nomenclature that's like common for tags, like no spaces or dat is, or it's just whatever the user wants?
It lets you do phrasing. I mean, typically it's best to kind of keep it organized because you're looking at it.
Yeah.
And if you're creating a different one every time, it might be hard for you to differentiate. Yeah. So there's no like set context other than I would be as clear as possible because over time you're going to end up with,
What's that?
yeah, what did I create? So I created the tags, and the reason I did the tags and not just a smart list is the tags are kind of a little file folder, and you can have multiple tags. And for me, so much in the system, automations of things, they all take the tags into consideration. Where I can take a group of tag people, and I can make a smart list. So I did the tags first, but if I'm good with this as being a smart list, I can come up here to new list and call this good phone.
Okay, good phone, not phone is good. Good, whatever
Good.
you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, I would keep similarities. So if your tags are good phone numbers, then your list should be something similar. Because the difference between the tags and the list are the tags, as you'll see, kind of sit over to the left, kind of like shortcuts. So in my smart list, these are places where I can start to do activity rather than sit there and filter them every time. I know now in the future that I can come here and click, good emails because I know that's my good email list, or I can come down here and click good phone. And now I know that's my list of people.
You can make phone calls too.
Correct. Not that I would select 579 people to make phone calls because I'm not dialing for dollars indefinitely, but let's.
Can I ask one quick
Yeah,
simple?
of
So
course.
of that list of 499 people,
Mhm.
is there a way to search a name in that list? Like right now, like I want to see if Bill's in there because I remember Bill.
Mhm.
I met him at this place, and it's like I just can't find him. Is there a way to like narrow this down by search a name?
Yes.
Oh, right up there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You can go on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, you can always search within the groups or in the collective.
It's just in that search box that's labeled search.
Where, where'd you see that search?
It's right at the top. So there's always a search button at the top here. So as you're going through your different groups.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And Eric,
Yes.
to add a new smart, oh, here, I found it.
Yeah, most of your smart lists are going to be added by first doing some sort of filtering of some sort, even if it's just nothing.
Because I did the good phone thing that you
Yeah.
just did, but I realized that's just a tag, it's not a
Right.
list I'm creating, so I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah, so
manage and now use smart list.
correct. So like if I wanted to, I could grab that good phone list from previous. And then I can create a smart list from that, which is what I had done.
Perfect. So I'm here to create a new smart list. Create a new smart list. Look like I was sending an email.
Did you get my message about it?
That's good.
And on the smart list, then I just add that tag.
So first you do your filter, and then once you've got your filtering down, then you can go ahead and select like this whole group, which is $4.99. And then I would come up here to the top and click.
Oh, somehow it just kind of could have been,
Okay, well, because you were probably already in it.
okay.
So if you, let's just say I'm in the list now, the new list will change to update list.
Oh, actually, no, it's not, because I have, no, there was a little one. Okay, so now I'm in my smart list, and how do I bring that over?
So, and you said you're in their smart list, right?
Yeah, so I created a smart list,
Okay.
so there it is. So how do I add that tag to that smart list?
Okay, so then you would go ahead and select all of these guys.
Okay, so I need to go over here.
Well, because because you do the smart list first, so if everybody in your smart list is who you want to tag, you would go ahead and select all.
But, no, there were like 90 something,
Okay.
so I have to, I guess, go back to the filters.
Yeah, whenever you're creating a smart list, you want to filter your criteria to where you want it. And then once you've done that, that's when you go ahead and create the smart list.
How do you save it as a smart list?
So once you've selected all your people,
Yeah,
you come up here to the right where it says new list.
right, then what happens?
And then go ahead and that's where you give your smart list a
Okay.
name, you know, whatever you want to call it. And again, it's okay because we're so used to doing it the other way around.
Yeah.
We're so used to doing it.
You build the folder and then you put everything in it, and these systems are the opposite, is they want you to get to your people, figure out who your grouping is, and then go ahead and assign them. So it's weird to get used to because for, you know, most other CRMs are the opposite.
Okay.
And then if you're on a team, you have some other choices here where you could share the smart list with everybody or individual agents on your team. If you don't see that, that's okay. It just means you have an individual account.
You don't want to share anything.
How did you get to that place? You're in your all people and you do your smart list.
So what I did was I selected and then I came up here to new list.
Okay.
Where? Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the top right. So once you've selected your people within that group, you come up here to the top right and you click new list. And then you'd go ahead and give it your name. And then you click save list. Call this test so I know to remove this and the other 50 in there that I haven't deleted yet. And I'm going to click save list. It says test saved successfully. So then if I come down here, there's my test. And then in your smart list, if you need to edit these, underneath the bottom, there's a button that says manage. So you click on manage, it gives you the flexibility to reorder these things, change them around. Interesting.
They have to click on one of those to manage it? Or is the manage for all of them?
The managers for all of them. But I was just wondering if it's ignoring me. Second all. Okay, there it goes. So when you hit manage, it changes the screen to where you can move the order of your smart lists. So if I want to move these up, I can move them up. I can move them down. So you have the full flexibility to move these smart lists up and down. And then if you want to get super, super organized, there's something called new collections. So you can have folders. So you can get as super organized as you want. Just be careful, because if you start making folders and subfolders, you might spend a lot of time looking for your stuff. So if you're finding you're having a lot of smart lists and organization that way, go ahead and create some collections. But until you get that way, don't start off with organizations, just because, again, this is different. You want to group your people and then put them into a list versus.
Did you group like my farm, Roxanna's farm, Bean farm? Would you group that?
You could do that, but you could also do that with, tags too, because you can share tags amongst one another. So you would both know that, this is both, Claremont Farm. This is that farm. So you could, but there's also a lot of overlap in the program where, again,
Just
my recommendation, just keep it as simple as possible. And I would do tags and save the smart list for things that, I know I'm going to be dropping to this farm, once a month. I know that I'm going to want to send this. So your smart lists are like for specific actions more so than just your organization of the people. If that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So it's really easy to move these things around, just kind of push them up. And then once you're done in there, then you can always go back and click on people. All right, so we know our filters, we know how to create a smart list. Let's look at some of the automations. I'm not going to go super in depth, but I get a lot of questions about, okay, what automation should we be using? So let me just identify what's in there, what was created by Follow Up Boss, what was created by First Team, and what do they do? So if you come up here to admin, and then go over to action plans. And you can click on all action plans. This kind of gives you a look at what's available. If they're showing 0, it just means you haven't enabled them. That's okay.
What's an action plan do?
So an action plan is like a campaign. So for instance, let's pick on this one here. AS Nurture Buyer 2.0. So this is a built-in canned action plan response. So if you set this up, this is a new buyer that came across you, and this is how the journey is set up. Hi, and it has, it's customized to the contact's name. It starts off with, I'd love to help you with your search. So a lot of these are very generic, but every system has a generic thing to start off with. So if you're not like, some people are very specific and they want to have control over every single thing that goes out to the end user.
They
So
want their voice, not.
correct. So you can certainly do that. Just know that you're going to have to take the time on each one of these. And what you can is you can copy these and then edit them to your liking.
Okay.
If you want to do that, you can certainly do that. You can do it all within the system. It's just,
And what are these called again?
these are called action plans. So it's just,
They're campaigns.
they're campaigns.
Okay.
So if we were coming from KV4 to this, they would be campaigns.
Okay. Or automations.
Or nurture.
They're all,
All of the above.
yeah.
Cheers.
Didn't hear that chord.
It's hard with the T thing.
Yeah.
But I think we have a bottle of it.
Mhm. So what this will show you is what's in the email, the duration, every 14 days something's going out.
I have a question.
Yes.
When all my emails went out,
Mhm.
I got lost because people were saying this. Now I have to wait. I don't think it was a follow-up on this. Remember what we did that? Now I can't send anything else out until that spam. People quit reporting and staying.
That was from Follow Boss, or was it Real Scout? Because Real Scout gets angry if you try to send a bunch of. All right, sorry about that. I had this appointment where Title's trying to do something, and she's like, "I don't know what happened, but we can't do it again either today." So we've been tentatively doing something for this is our second week. Okay, so this is a pretty common one, and it's built into the system. So if you were someone that's like, well, I just want to have something to stay in touch with these guys, that would be one to consider. And that one is called AS Nurture Buyer and Seller. Yeah, let's see if I can make this bigger. There we go. Now it's legible.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's see, can I make this bigger?
Something you created or?
No, it's it's already built in.
Was it created by Boss or was it a first team thing or was it?
That particular one is Follow Boss.
Okay, cool.
Come on. You're not.
What's AS mean?
It is the name of it's called
Amplified
Amplified Solution was the creator of that particular action plan.
Got it.
Then you'll see, by Follow Up Boss. So here's something, similar by Follow Up Boss, Buyer Long-Term Nurture. And again, it gives you what's in each email template, your delay. So this one is every 30 days.
Does it send something different every 30 days or the same?
So each one of this, it gives you exactly what goes out and what day. So what I'm showing you is if you look at them, it'll tell you exactly what happens. This one's every 30 days. It will send something out.
Can you modify this template? Let's say I don't want the name because my name Phil is so bad. I could just put hi.
Yes, you would copy them, and then you can customize them to your own liking.
But can you modify it and save it in this template, or you have to create another template?
No, you have to copy them
Uh-huh.
and then edit them and then implement them. So
Uh,
each one will tell you how many steps it has and then give you the specifics as to when it's going out and what's involved. So if you aren't sure on these, what you might want to do is maybe add them to your account and see what they look like. So if you're unsure of sending these out to your clients, assign them to yourself and look at them. You can see there's quite a variety. Even got one for wrong number. Because this never happens at the open house.
Never.
I tried contacting you on your fake phone number, was unable to connect. Was there a better way to reach you? Can I just come over to your house and knock on your door? Yeah. I hope it all is well. I've been trying to get in touch with you regarding your home search, but I'm not able to get through your fake number. Is there a better way to reach you? Or would you prefer to communicate via email? You can always reach me at my number. It works. So again, there's stuff in here.
Dear Mickey Mouse.
So Eric, some of these are very extensive. It has like multiple process, like right there, 24 times. Could you, and I wouldn't want to go there and like copy paste 24 of those thingy and go through all of it. Is there a way that you can like select all that entire campaign, duplicate it to another, template for yourself, and then all the steps are there, and you just go in and change, like remove the name part?
Yes. So you would go ahead and, for instance, if I want to take this guy here, look at all of these. Now, if I want to make my own version of this, I can do so. But I would do that under automations. So
Did you like save it to your file first or save it to your account?
So there's a kind of a hierarchy with the automations and the action plans.
Okay.
So you start off with automations. That's the top part of this. So you have to enable them first.
Oh,
So there's a test thing I did the other day, but over here, you want to enable the automations that you're interested in using first.
so you find the AS whatever.
Correct. So like AS.
So you have to go through the whole thing and enable,
No, you can just click on,
add on.
yeah. So like, for instance, it's disabled right now. So I could turn this one on just by clicking. And then just FYI, when you hit the active, it will move it to the top of the screen.
How long before it actually does something when you activate it?
Well,
Like,
you're just activating it, you're not assigning it. So this is just turning it on so you have access to it.
So there's no account, no client assigned to it. It's just
Not yet.
deactivate.
Correct.
Okay.
Because the way that you enable these particular campaigns or automations, you either go and select the people that you want to enable those automations for, or you create a thing called triggers. Like, for instance, if so and so gets tagged or goes into from prospect to buy or whatever, then this happens. But what I wanted you guys to do is get familiar with all of these campaigns beforehand and know what's in there, so that way you can make an educated thought. Okay, well, yeah, I think I will go ahead and use this for my buyers. I'll go ahead and use these for the renters. So at least you have, something. And the ones that say FT, those were developed by First Team.
So like the First Team holiday templates,
Mhm.
does that mean First Team is updating the holiday templates and putting them in there?
That would be a safe assumption.
No, that's cool. So I could just pick the First Team holidays and sign it to all my folks and they'll get on a holiday note nicely updated by First Team.
Yeah, that's cool. But I would check it first.
Yes, and make sure branding and all that's what I want it to be. And okay,
Like this one, new lead buyer. It's got 12 steps. I turn those on just because I want to look at those. Then holiday templates, there's 66 in there.
Wow.
I'm gonna go back to tags just for a second.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking for like my past clients,
Mhm.
and I was gonna tag them. Is that the right thing to do, or should I have them in some other spot?
Well, I would start off with tagging them.
Okay,
'Cause
so
at
they
least,
should be tagged.
yeah, because when you're grouping people together, tag them first because you have unlimited tags. At least you have some sort of way to find them.
Okay.
And then as you know that, oh yeah, this is my past clients, then you go ahead and then create a smart list from there.
Oh, put them in a smart list.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay. The tags just sort of quick and dirty.
Yeah, because tags you can group people together, and then smart lists are kind of like shortcuts of ways to send, or you want to do something specific to these groups, whether it's a reminder to you to do something, or is it to message them of some way.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you.
And then Tracy, going back to if you want to start to edit or make your own migration plans, we go into automation and automations. This one's pretty extensive. So what it was here is I'm gonna save exit. Let me go back on there. So this is a pretty extensive action plan.
58. Yeah.
Mhm. So if I click on this, now it's active. Now I can customize this
Holy moly.
as much as I want to.
So every time it says
So in that situation, like all I want to do is just remove all the automatic fill in the first name section. How can I do that instruction? Like here, just remove all the name, fill in, and leave it generic.
Well, it depends on what you're going to do. This just puts you in the editor. So if you want to edit the individual emails, then you can
No.
click.
So like that email, right? All the email they set up, they say hi, so that code, whatever that they're gonna put somebody's first name in, but because my field are not all that great, because I put a ton of extra crap in there, and I don't want all that stuff in, so I just want to generic all the emails to go out like hi, and then boom, 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 start the letter without hi Bob or hi Mary. Does that make sense? And I don't want to have to repeat it through all 58 of these email. I just want it done for all of them.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't have your if you don't have your fields lined up correctly, you're going to have a lot of trouble down the road. But yeah, you can go and edit out the customization.
No, I have my field lined up, but I put a lot of information. So like I said, Bob Jones, he is a landlord and he is at such and such address. And I don't want all that information to, for him to see that this is what I'm describing him as.
Okay. Why would he be saying any of that though? That's what I guess I don't.
Because the letter, it looks like there's a system where they put hi and then they put the coding where you put the first name, so it'll take it from your database that the first name would be Bob and whatever.
Right.
But in my case, I describe everything that I know about Bob, like Bob Jones. He's a landlord. He lives at this address, or he's a jerk or whatever, right? I wouldn't want him to see all that information. Does that make sense?
Okay.
He's not gonna see that though. This
But-
is just the letter going.
Yeah,
out.
that's-
He's.
No,
the-
but it looks like the letter template, it shows that hi, and then there's a coding where it automatically fills in his name in the field of the name, whereas in my field of name I describe like
Oh,
10 words instead of just Bob. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. So you, instead of just saying Bob, you say Bob the jerk landlord at XYZ.
Exactly, I do. I put Bob's first name, Bob's last name, and I
Go
just
on.
said that he's an absentee owner, or he's a landlord, and a little bit of description so I can remember who he is.
Okay, well, okay, it's not gonna show that though, Tracy, because it's a first name. So unless you put his first name in under jerk,
No, but what I'm saying is I describe all of that in the field of his first name.
okay, then you're gonna continue to have problems because it's kind of like I could drive on the wrong side of the street and I could still get to me where I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna run into issues.
I think you need to put the.
So I would really highly recommend
In
that
notes.
you put it
And
in
pin it.
put it in the notes.
There's notes, yeah. Put it in notes.
Because otherwise you're going to be going through all of these automations and making them manual and creating a lot of extra work for yourself.
Now imagine where it types up their whole name and it says jerk.
Because I know what you're talking about, because I had in my phone a few choice names for some people, and they end up getting an email from me with that particular thing.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I had to talk around that, which was fun. But yeah. So
So maybe I would have to do an Excel sheet and then change all this stuff and just keep just the first name and the last name in the field, and then remove everything else.
anything in your database, your first and last name should be clean. And all your other stuff, if you need to put precocious notes or they were a jerk or
Or
whatever.
filter tag jerk.
Yeah.
And then you have your list of jerks.
Because your people are never going to see your tags.
Because I had that divorce. I had
Yeah.
divorce.
Okay. Yeah.
Some don't even know they're getting divorced yet.
That's fun.
That was my.
Yeah. Ouch. But yeah, Tracy, I would just. But to answer your question, yes, you can take out the tag so it doesn't do that. But most of these campaigns are set up so it can personalize things like that. So just be careful. And obviously the ones that have less steps are easier to, migrate and make your own. Let's look at this one. I thought was interesting. Mm-hmm. But look how many steps are in it. It stocks them for 2, 3, 4, how many weeks?
Got that under the action.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to turn that one on. Let's save. Yeah, because that one was 58 steps. What's the open house one I just did? 46 steps. So I'm thinking that would be a good one for open house, because unless you've really built rapport, that's going to be kind of a, what do they call that term? They're not ripe yet. Long, whatever fruit. Low hanging fruit. So they're not low hanging, they're kind of up here. So it's going to be a while. So AS, open house, follow up for nurture. That might be a good one for that. Because if you can get them into that, and then hopefully get them to Real Scout, I think that's enough to where they're getting something from you every week.
Yeah, just touch.
Mm-hmm. And just touching enough to be in front of them, but not harassing
appropriately.
Right. Stupid habit. There's also this, I think this one is usually turned on by default. Inspire new lead website registration. So it just means they came to your website, they clicked on it. And what this does, it just asks them, hey, do you want me to set up a search for you?
Are you notified every time it does that automatically? That it sent out an email?
If you have it set up, like this particular one creates a task for you to follow up with them. So this would remind you. So some of them, you gotta remember the automations are not necessarily just something it's doing. There's also reminders. So if it's sending an email out on your behalf, it's probably gonna remind you, hey, you should probably call them tomorrow and see if they did set up that search, or gives you reasoning to connect with them. Kind of in the same, place here, we do have email templates. So the email templates are part of the automations. That makes sense. So you have automations, and then you have action plans, and then you have templates. So these templates that are in here, it says used by action plan, all email templates. This is where you could go in and make copies of these things. So
But you can't change them here? Or do you have to create a new one and change the new one?
you would open them up and then you would save them as a alternative. So if I like this FHA loan limits deal,
Yeah.
I don't remember if I did this or not.
Well, it's in 2026.
Yeah.
This is recent.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. It's created by me.
Oh.
All right, I did do this one.
Oh, way at the top.
Yeah. So if I wanted to, I could share this with the whole team.
Okay.
If I wanted to make a different version of this, I could go email template and I could create a new one, or I could come in here and let's say I wanted to make a new version of this. I could open up the existing one, select all, copy, and I can come up here at the top and go email template, paste, and then call this, FHA 2027 or so it makes it easy to, if I wanted to create another template for another purpose and just repurpose some other text and maybe change it for maybe it's LA County now or whatever else I'm doing, I can do that pretty easily from here. And once it's saved as an email template, it's always available whenever I'm going to send an email in Follow Boss, which means if I come up here to people and pick on this guy, decide to send him an email, if I go into templates, they're all in here. So this is that one we were looking at here. It already customized it to him, and there it is. All right. That's under admin and email templates. And also too, this does give you the flexibility if you want to have things in folders, you can create folders and put those things in the folders, but I just say keep it simple until you need those, otherwise you're going to create a lot of extra work.
You'll not be able to find what you're looking for.
Correct. And I think the only first team is this one. Yeah, so that is for recruiting, so really need that part of it. Any questions on that? Kind of we
That's good.
fished around there for a while.
I like that I took notes instead of trying to follow along the computer.
Sometimes it's easier,
I think it was good for me. Yeah.
Good. All right, action plans. So we looked at all those actions. So my recommendations are go through these, look at them, figure out what, ones make sense. And obviously steps are the amount of steps it has. So the more of the steps, the longer it runs.
But a step could be something like call them.
Yeah, it can be a reminder.
Okay. So if I don't call them, it doesn't stop, it just keeps going.
Right.
But I miss my opportunity to insert myself.
Correct. And then you build up the little reminders here that say, hey, you haven't done this, you haven't done this, you haven't done this, you haven't done this, you haven't done this. Yeah. Mark this red. So in our automations. All right, so let me talk about this automations 2.0 feature. Eventually, we're all going to be forced to upgrade. So it's called automations. So
just change the name.
it just changed the name and
But they show both of them.
yes,
That's what I'm like.
correct. So you're okay whether you've done it or you didn't, you will be forced to change over. And unless you've been mastering lists for years and years, it's not going to affect you because what's happened is the interface has gone to more of a graphical. So
a little flow chart thing you showed.
yeah, so it looks like a flow chart rather than me programming something. So I think it's a good thing. So if you do go in there and you see migrated action plans, it just means that you've been upgraded. It's okay. There's nothing functionally that you have to do differently. It just means you've been upgraded and everything's ready to go.
It's terrible stuff.
Okay. Okay. I get that. So, and our action plans, I suggest is take a look at them. Look at the, if you do open houses, look at the ones for open houses. The AS are the more comprehensive ones. So AS Nurture Buyer 2, Nurture Seller 2, those are pretty good. They, they have 18 to 24 steps, so means they're running for several months. And just keep in mind too, these work in conjunction with Real Scout. So because Real Scout is not necessarily a CRM, it sends its own stuff out. Here's your home value report. Here's a market update. Would you like to know what your neighbor paid for their house? It's a few things a month, and that's all it does. So if you were to put your buyers and sellers into one of these, I still think you're okay. You're, hitting them 2 or 3 times a month. I think that's usually good enough to where they don't feel like you're spamming them, but you're still in touch with them. Yeah. So these automations are basic, but they work. And as much as would love to have all these beautifully branded things that are gorgeous, they're not going to open it. So I would pick, 1, 2, or 3 of these campaigns that make sense and start to utilize them.
Not all of them.
Not all of
I
them.
just don't, no,
Well, you can turn them all on,
I did.
but
When I'm setting.
yeah, when you're setting up, just be, careful if they're already running on 2 campaigns, you don't want to have them on 3 because then you might be inundating them with information. But look at them and it shows you what they're sending out. I mean, you can kind of have a gauge of where you think it's too much or not enough.
Eric,
Yeah.
since we have a minute, can you walk me through emailing that wire thing?
Yeah.
Because I know for a while we had to get it from Maxa, but I don't know, is it integrated now or we still need to get it from the HTML thing from Maxa?
Yeah. We'll go through that because every wire is a new adventure. So because it changes every month, it's not like a template that we can automatically put into it.
Right.
But the process is the same.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do as just a little bonus is go into Maxa and you go grab the wire.
Create design, right?
Yeah, so I just go over to the little
Yes.
search deal
That's what I did.
and then grab wire for February. And then create design. And just FYI, it always will ask you to put a property in.
So we don't have to.
You don't have to. So continue without listing. And then there'll be some more error messages. Okay. So I'm going to click share.
Oh, at the top, okay.
It's going to save it for us. And then eventually this will pop up. You're going to choose HTML code.
HTML code, okay.
And then there's a button that says download HTML file. Click on that button. And now it's going to download the newsletter and HTML file. So I can click on it and it should open it up in the browser like the way that I should. So I'm on a Windows computer, so I'm going to hit Control and A to select all. Then I'm going to hit Control and C for copy.
So on the Apple is Command A, Command C.
Correct. And then we go over to Follow Up Boss. And I'm going to pull my record up because I'm going to send myself the test of the wire. Make sure that everything looks good. So I'm going to pull up my contact. I'm going to click send email. Then I'm going to do Control and V for paste. I think, yeah, it should be, I think Command. No?
That's what it should be, but it's not doing it, so I think I didn't copy this properly. Copy.
But what's it again for paste on a regular computer?
Be Control and V as in Victor.
Go anywhere.
If that all looks good, then I'm going to hit send email. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay, I need your help with
Let's see. All right. Well, the wire came to me with no issues.
So from here, I did share, and then I did the HTML
Right.
thingy, this one, and it opened this here.
Okay.
Okay, so then I did the Command A to select all, and then I can even Command C or what I just did copy. So when I'm putting it here for my test email, watch it work now.
No,
How do you really feel?
I believe you. That's why. That's how it works. It's Murphy's Law.
Okay, so now I'll just
Yeah. So just to show you, it's the added step. If you were doing it to, like, let's say a group of people, your step would be, filter your people out. And then you would select everybody. And then you would hit batch email. But the steps will be the same. You're still going to paste it the body and you still need to come up with a subject.
So if I go here to all my people, I'm going to do batch email.
Correct.
I know. It says I don't have what you have to do. You know what, hold on, I don't know if I can see it for that. Yes. Yes, but I'm actually really busy right now. Okay. I gotta go. Have a good day. I said I'm busy.
Yeah, they don't do that. Like, it just means tell me more.
Well, that's when you start asking, how long have you been in your home? What would it take right now for you to consider moving?
Okay, so batch email,
There you go.
and then I'm gonna select them all.
Correct.
So here the. I did look out for you. Do the whole thing again, look at that. And then, okay. My signature doesn't show in it.
So it's not gonna show you here, but.
But it'll show in
If
there.
you hit
Oh,
preview.
It's so pretty, it's so pretty.
Thank you, Eric.
There.
There we go.
Got homework.
Yeah. Then once that goes out, if you go under admin and emails, but reporting. Batch emails. You can go ahead and look at how they performed. You know, how many was sent to, how many opens. Oh, that one did pretty good. So,
Reporting?
so if you send it out via batch, you go under reporting and then batch emails, and it should give you the stats.
Okay.
That one did pretty good, but that was specialized. It helps when people know you.
So 82% open's great.
Yeah.
So can you see who actually opened so you can follow it with those 22?
Yes. So if I click here, I know that these are the people that opened it. Versus like right in here, I can see that these are my unsubscribed people that I'm gonna have a different conversation with.
We'll come to Eric discussion.
And then these are unique bounces, which I can go in and put that in and tell it that, well, which I've already done, is those email addresses are not good. Because as you can see, that was a big group that was sent. I had 2,900, went to 2,700. So still, it's not bad considering the volume.
Now the bounces, even though it was probably you sent it from a good email.
Yeah, what may have happened is maybe they've decided I don't want to get any more junk from Eric, so
they
now I unsubscribe. Right.
What would you do with that then? So now that you know those 22 people,
so now
do you change? Do you take off the tag?
Correct. So now I can add a tag to these guys.
So you're gonna remove your good email tag, or do you just add a different tag?
So I'm gonna add a different tag.
Oh,
and I'm gonna call these bounce.
So you're gonna leave good email, but then add bounce to it.
Right. Because I'm a nerd, I want to know, are these bad or are they just bounce? Because then I could take them into another database and another system
and maybe use them. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. You got to really think about the forwardness of this stuff. Like, what's the next 3 steps down?
Right.
Because otherwise you just like, oh, just delete it. No.
Yeah, like not so much in this, but Real Scout has the capability to archive. And I recommend archiving because I've had people that I've archived for lack of, they didn't open anything up for 3 years. And all of a sudden they decided to click on something and now they're active. And one of them just created a search. So even though they've been dormant for 4 years, now they're, because they came across something.
Interesting.
Yeah. You got it. What we didn't cover, because we went over doing fun stuff, is I didn't really go into setting up calls. That's okay. And a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, we're going to redo again. But what I wanted to talk about, which I can probably send an email, is you might want to consider if you do a lot of outcalling, is they have an upgrade. And you get like a dedicated number. And what does that involve? Well, you can make your calls out of the system, which you can do without this upgrade. But if you wanted it to transcribe and record your calls for you for your own, either your own improvement, or you want to have the conversation transcribed because AI is going to pick up and remember things that you forgot. So for instance, let's just say you're having a probing conversation with your client, and in that 15-minute conversation, they've told you where they got married, where they went to school, where the kids are going to school, all this personal information that you would have probably missed because you're focusing on, okay, well, what property are you looking at? What are we setting up? To where if the system's doing that for you, then it's only going to help you convert more. So a lot of the bigger teams are utilizing that. And I think some of the managers are utilizing it for recruiting. But I just wanted to bring that up as, and you can ask ChatGPT to elaborate on it or go on to YouTube and watch videos about it. But if you do want to, make calling a big part of your business for this year, you might want to consider that because it's really slick. I mean, you pick your people you're going to call. It calls, dials them, gives them the disclaimer, hey, click here for we're going to record your call, and then boom, it's in your lap, and you take it from there. And it transcribes and keeps the recordings for you. So if you're trying to maybe improve your scripts on the phone, it might be helpful for that. But I know a lot of the major teams are having a lot of success with that just because, sheer nature of it recording everything. Even if you don't have time to go through it, when you do, it's, you get a lot of information.
Is it your voice or it's just Stato's automated call?
No, it's kind of like, when we call it, press 3, for to record this for quality, concerns. It does all that for you. But it's not talking for you, it's just transcribing everything. So after you're done with the conversation, it transcribes and gives you the audio and the transcription into the record, all of us. And if you're running a team, you can't be there, but at least you can go through, well, how is my team doing on the phone? And you can easily come up with critique without having to be there. So I just bring that up because I sat through a mastermind talking about that, and I was getting a lot of rave reviews. I'm not a big out caller,
Right.
but I've used systems when I do it, and it does seem a more efficient way of doing it. And I know for myself, I would love to have myself recorded because then I can kind of go through and figure out, okay, well, where did I lose my momentum in the script?
Yeah. Or did I say wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Quick question for you. So this past client, I was playing with it and I inadvertently added a bunch of people I didn't want to put into past client.
Mm-hmm.
How do I take them out now?
So you would have to come up with a tag on how to get rid of them. Like, how did this group get put in there?
Well, I was apparently on it when I imported some data.
Okay.
And somehow when I import the data, import it and put them in here. And
All right, you got
That was an amazing echo.
yeah, it's pretty nice. So sorry the microphone crapped out you guys, but just wanted to thank you guys for being a part of today's class. I did record it, so I'll go ahead and upload it into our reservoir, and then just FYI, everything that has to do with these classes.
Oh, it was amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you missed it.
He was here.
See?
Thank you, Eric.
Or were you here over there?
He was here, but
I did leave her.
he had to go pick up
Larry.
Larry from the airport.
Should have left him.
Send him an Uber.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
get a rental.
It's an Uber Gray.
No, I
Well, if it's a black label, at least.
had a Ukrainian and
Yeah.
I think I left here like at 12:30.
Mhm.
And when I got to them, I thought, okay, I'll just try to, log into Zoom when I get there. And then I just totally forgot. Look, I can't do shit at the hospital. I think my job is so easy and I can do it anywhere. Most of the time I can, but not when you have nurses coming in and out and a sick mom just
No, it's not. Nothing's that easy.
ever.
All right, so we're doing the same class as we did today on Thursday in Tustin. So if you wanted to dive in a little deeper, we'll probably have different set of questions over there, and we will
Thursday. Oh, Thursday.
we'll look at the smart lists, the tagging, the automations. So like I said, take a look at them. Pick a couple that you think will fit the criteria of how you want to keep in touch with your guys, and give it a try. And like I say, in every class, send them to yourself, add them to yourself. So real quick before I close up, if you find yourself in your database and you
It's one guy that, do
go to action plans.
you remember MySpace?
Yep.
How the creator of MySpace was automatically your friend?
Yeah.
There's a Dan guy here.
Yeah.
Can I delete him?
You can. I don't think he'll get mad. He won't get mad at you.
Right now, when I did the batch email, I forgot he was still in there. And I got an email from Follow Up Boss. We received your request.
Yeah,
What?
that'll happen.
All right.
So if you want to turn on automations, you can turn them on in here. So I would turn them on yourself, just so you can see what's coming through.
Okay.
And you can hit pause
I
if you
do
want.
start on automations. It's something that I've been meaning to talk to you about. Like, oh, and then there's this thing some time ago. I think I added when we were doing. There's something we did, and I have this. It's not a filter.
Mhm.
It's a something. I think it's on the contacts. It shows, oh, the custom field. It shows this here. This is from a listing that I had.
Yeah.
But it shows it on everybody. I don't know what do I do with that? How do I get rid of that?
You can delete the custom field if it's not being used for something.
Well, it's not, not anymore, I guess, but
It might have been put in there because of the Zillow connector.
no, not this one.
No, not that one. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So the recordings are going to be at the top of this website here. So Eric Duncan, techcoach.com. Go to recordings. And then if you go to access Google Drive, if you're logged into your First Team account, it'll go right into it. So if it asks you to request access, you can do that. I'll get an email and then I can give you access to if you have a separate account. I just do that so we don't give access to first team information to people that are not part of first team. And then lastly, this is going to be under, where's it, Follow Up Boss. So there's a couple guidebooks in here. Group setup, and then a little bit talking about the dedicated number and call screening that I talked about. So those are both in there. And after this is we close up the Zoom, I'll go ahead and upload the recording into this section as well. So you guys have a great week. Thanks for hanging out with us. And
Eric.
if you have questions, I'm always available. Shoot me an email, ericduncan@firstteam.com.